thank the immigration community for having this hearing today. My name is Ken Cohen. I am the Regional Director for the NAACP Metropolitan Council. I bring you greetings from our New York State Conference President, Hazel Dukes, a longtime fighter for civil rights. The NAACP, as you know, founded in 1909, addressed the issues of that day for the people in their fight for rights and against segregation, discrimination, and hatred. Today, we continue that fight on a broader plane because our world has changed in this country and broadened. As was earlier said, this country has promoted segregated communities. We tend to migrate from one part of the country or the world to a particular neighborhood. We're becoming more Americanized and wanting to assume the American dream, we move to those communities where we feel our affluence can be respected, only to be turned away. I can relate to that as it happened in my family in the 50s in Flushing. I can relate to the fact that this country is founded upon that same concept, where people came from elsewhere, displaced other people, and then called it their own. And since then, people have continued to constantly hate each other and abuse each other. Today, we are in a difficult situation in this world. And as usual, we look for someone to blame. And right now, we blame the immigrant. Before it was the Latino, it was the African American, it was the Irish, it was the Italian, it was the Jewish. Everybody has been to blame for loss of jobs, moving into your neighborhood, displacing me out of my home, taking apartments, and so on. Well, it's time for that to stop. And that's why we have, the NAACP here in New York City has taken up the challenge to work with the New York Immigration Coalition on the Truth About Immigrants project, where we're doing a dialogue group and discussion around many areas around the city to talk about tough love and hard facts. We in the NAACP know that the African American community does not always get along with our new brothers and sisters. But we also know that we stand together whenever our rights are challenged. And I'd like to thank all who have stood together with us, especially in the Sean Bell case, where I've just come from. But we continue and will continue to not only stand for our situations, but for yours also. But we cannot continue to hate each other. And we need to recognize each other, put aside all our dislike by discussing these things in public, by working it out. We can no longer sit down, do our cultural things together, where we dance and eat each other's food. We have to really have a hard discussion. And we might not like it at the end of the day. But for us to be successful as people of color, we can only look forward to these types of discussions. And as long as we can continue to talk about these hard facts, we can start to get rid of the unknown, because we find that our communities and our existing communities live a fear of the unknown and of each other. So therefore, I can only say in my conclusion is that we can exist together and we do share commonality both in what we want and where we're going as human beings. That the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People will stay true to their commitments as long as freedoms are under fire. Because people come in all colors. And I thank you.